Okay, hey, welcome back. Um, Trying to think what to do next. The next thing we have to do for the tutorial is fishing. There's a perfect net, or sorry, a perfect fishing rod somewhere that I can go get, and I think I'll do that after I sleep. I'm weary right now. This hide over here is still being worked on, so there's nothing I can do with that. I could go to sleep right now, but I'm looking at how warm it is. Early fallow month. Thinking maybe I can swim. And if it's brutally cold, I have a fire going, so I'm going to try swimming. So this is what we do in the summer. 32% swimming skill. This might be a very short-lived experiment, but here we go. The water's cold. Really? All right, that was a short little adventure. I've lost 2 characters to wolves and 1 to doing what I did, except I swam all the way across a river. Basically this time of year, a little bit cooler than this, and I didn't have a fire to go to. So I'm a little gun shy on this, but turns out early fallow month, still a little early. So I'm gonna just, what can I do? I don't think it's going to freeze me to death if I just go to sleep. If it does, we'll know that for the next time. But I have those furs to wrap myself in, and I'm only bitterly cold. I'm not numbingly cold, so I think I'll be fine. Yeah, sweaty. It's funny how I was worried about dying in my sleep, and I woke up of cold, and I woke up sweaty. Okay, here we go. All right, this is rinsed, the bear skin. Let's eat something. We're abundant, so it doesn't need to be super awesome. This looks bland, so let's eat one of those. It's bland. Oh, sorry, the black grouse is being difficult. And another bland one. Oh, sorry, we burped, so we're full. Yes, cancel. So, let's see. We were going to do something with this. We are going to beat that in. I was thinking maybe I should have turned that into leather, but it is too late now. So I should have given that more serious consideration, because you can get bear fur from towns. You can't get bear leather unless you make it. So I think I should have made that leather, but I didn't. So I'm going to have to kill another bear somewhere if I want bear leather. Hide working. Is that all? 4%? Really? Oh, I've got it. I don't think that will affect it, but let's get rid of the cut. No, it did not affect it. 4% still. Okay. But yeah, this is not a touch and go situation, because it's just a regular fur. Wow, this is setting up to be a long time. This is longer than my elk fur took. Much longer. Yeah, this was a bad roll. Even though it says you could have done better. Wow, that was pretty awful. Okay. We're tired now. Tired is a terrible place to be because you're not really ready to sleep, but you're not really ready to go do something either. But we're going to have a drink and have a bite to eat or two. Bland and bland. Oh wait, well, whatever, we picked it up. You don't have to be a Nazi about how, see, I got to abundant anyway, so that works. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that fatigue one way or the other. But I don't want to go to sleep in the morning. Well, see, if we go to sleep right now, tired, we're probably going to wake up like afternoon, hopefully, or late afternoon, and then we'll still be able to hunt. Again, this time of year, the light is not really a consideration. It's the land of the midnight sun. Or should we just take off and go try to get that, I think that's what we do. Go get that fishing rod, the perfect fishing rod. We still have elk cuts. Those are fairly old, so that's what we should have been eating, actually. But pick up that. No, we're not. Drop everything and rest. We're not standing around with a bunch of spoiling meat. That got us to weary. That changed my assessment. Yeah, I wish I had known we were borderline weary, so just sleep. Okay, late afternoon. But there's no point in standing and resting and then going to sleep. You might as well just go to sleep, right? So that was a mistake. The elk we need to eat because it's old. Okay. So yeah. Even if that goes bland, I don't care. We got what we needed to get out of the elk. Is that enough for a perfect fishing rod? Not sure. So let's grab one fur. Okay, this low weight fur was a baby. Everything else is just a normal fur. This is normal, this is normal. This is the normal size of a lynx fur. This is normal. This is the normal size of a fox fur. So we just have one that's kind of an oddball. The cheapest fur we have is side. Well, we could bring this just as kind of spare change, which is why we should bring arrows. Maybe that will put us over. And one of these, okay. And then 2 fine javelins, our knife, and an axe. All right. So we're still going to make good speed. We're leaving nothing behind that's going to spoil, right? Oops, that's not where we would look for that. Nothing behind that's going to spoil anytime soon. Those dried things probably won't spoil before winter. And we're going to be heading back towards our first place we built a cellar in this game. Well, it's really our second shelter here, but anyway, none of this history is interesting. So just trying to make sure we have everything. That's not what I want. As long as you have a knife, an axe, 2 javelins, and a spear. Get your spear. Yes. There's a lot of, oh, and your teeth. Because I don't know what those do, but they weigh nothing, so let's always carry those with us when we go long distances. Still at 6, so let's go. I'm hoping we spot some game. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, see where it says A sage, B sage, that's where we're headed. And this is our old, and we should be able to get there easily in one day, probably with enough energy, and we'll get to clear out this and see what's there. I would expect to find at least one village on our way there, and that might, who knows what it'll uncover, but here we go. We're vigorous, let's wield something, and let's go. But when you're making good speed, you can travel a great distance across the UnReal world. I'm watching videos by a guy named Roscoe, and he's kind of fearful of traveling, and I don't think he understands just how easy it is to cover ground if you're well prepared. So let's see how far we've gone already. We started there, we're heading there, so we've almost gone halfway, and you know, we're still vigorous. It's just the stupid things people do. What's this? Looks like a hare. It is a hare. I'm gonna bother with a hare. Thank you. I thought that would open up. Usually it does. If it opens up one way, when you turn around, it usually opens up the other way. Okay, we've got an elk. Okay. Where are we here? Kind of near that other shelter. I don't really want to deal with an elk, but let's try to count. You see that mountain to our northeast? It's 1 north of that, and it's like 5 east of that. I think that's what it is. So we at least want the tracks, because I'm not sure if you don't actually like hit an animal whether it ever spawns, or if it's just like kind of a imaginary animal until you hit it. Okay. We hit it. It's there. It's got a baby. It's a big elk. Wow, okay. I think I'm coming back for the big elk. Come on, baby. Baby, it took a long time to start running. That's annoying. But okay. Here's the elk. New. Call it new. And it's because of this stupid baby. That baby is getting on my last nerve. Okay, thank you. So after we buy this fishing rod and catch a fish with it, we're going to kill that elk. So now we have a purpose. Unless we see something much juicier between here and there. And we're probably going to kill the baby too, because it would be inhumane to let the baby get killed by wolves or bears or whatever. Okay, I may be wrong here. I thought this was like... Okay, it is. This is why it's generally a bad idea to build something when you've got the small lake or any water, because when you go back to it, you don't know exactly which side of the lake it's on, and you end up on the wrong side of the lake. Where are we here? Did anything... See, this is... Wow. Those cellars are amazing. I think it's been like 2 months since I've been here. It's summer. And all that's happened, nothing spoiled. Not even roasted is spoiled. That's like a learning for me, because I thought I left this place. I was almost positive I left smoked and dried here, but okay, that's interesting. We're still lively, so we're not stopping here. I guess we're gonna drop everything, even if it's just for 5 minutes. So I should have done this before I had that drink. If I was... Okay. So people who are like, oh wow, you had all that stuff over there, and you're only... By the way, I started this spring. This is a spring start, so this is what I have at my other place. Ragged and harsh, don't ask, because I don't remember. But that's worth something. Those are worth something. That's worth a lot. Those are worth a lot. That's worth a lot. And those aren't worth very much. Oh, the beaver's worth a bit. So, yeah. I see other people playing this game. They're running around with, like, carrying slender trunks, and they're not sleeping when they're tired, and they're doing all this goofy stuff, and it's like, what are you doing? It's like, this game is so easy. Just when you're tired, sleep. When you're hungry, eat. And in between, learn how to hunt and tan the fur the right way. I mean, that's how I play this game. And that's why I'm making these videos, because no one else, everyone else is doing it wrong. So here I am. Okay. Maybe that was a bad idea. But let's eat some of that old bland stuff that's been here for months. That's crazy. Wait, I ate both? No, down here. Okay. Yeah, totally set up here. That's what I'd killed before my other place. Had a few boards, had a few stones and rocks. Look how I was set up for cooking. My next 8 cooks are there, and then I just need a few branches. Anyway, Bah. I didn't drop any fur, right? Oops, that's not what I want. Didn't drop any fur. I've still got, do I have any arrows here? I do, so I might as well bring those. For a long time I was running around with a crude javelin just because that's what I had. This brings back memories, this place. Here's another fox trap. Is there a punt here? Thought I had a punt here. I left it somewhere else. Maybe I left it at a shelter near the river crossing, because there's a river that kind of bisects the territory. Okay, anyway, none of this is interesting, so I will grab my food and go. Where's the cutoff to what's old and what's new? Maybe I just bring it all? And the bear cuts are probably freshest, so sell them last. And if something goes bland, well, it was going to go bland anyway, so I might as well not worry about it. Everything else is dried and smoked. This is how I should have left the place. If you're going to leave something in a cellar and not come back for a long time, just make sure it's all smoked and dried, preferably all dried. But I didn't do that. So, I have arrows, I have a couple of cheap furs, I have cuts, all the roasted cuts, and I'm going to try to buy a perfect fishing rod. And I need to get away from the shore. It's another reason to not build right by the shore. Okay, so this is the place, bee sage. And they're going to ask me what I'm doing there, blah, blah, blah. And then they're going to trade with me. Hunt. Okay, here's all my stuff. I call it my stuff, but it's not mine yet. And there's the perfect fishing rod. Maybe some, well, let's see. I'll probably get the fox fur too. And we'll trade with this old man. Nothing went stale yet, I hope. Just trying to trade everything that's not okay. See, a fishing rod is not expensive. He accepted everything. That's crazy. Okay, so we just need to reduce 133. Try 109. Now try 114. Wow. Let me see if there wasn't something else. I didn't think it would be that inexpensive. Well, there's the fox fur. He's still saying yes. Anyway, so that's good. It's kind of, in a way, it's kind of, you wish that some things in this game actually cost more so you could value them. Oops, no. Takes 125, even with the fox fur. We'll try 111. I actually don't like that. It's like, it's almost like they're giving it away, and it's like, no, I want this perfect fishing rod to be valuable. I want to have kind of earned it, and they're just saying, it's just a perfect fishing rod. I'm having trouble believing this. Let me see. I've got a perfect fishing rod and fox fur. Why aren't you making me pay for that? That would be nice if you would do that. Like 92. All right. I'm violating all of my trade rules because I feel like I'm already overpaying. So, like, anyway, let's just go with 85. I'm still doing it because this is ridiculous. All right, let's go with 79. No, let's go with 81. Now let's go with 77. Now let's go with 73. No, 75. I just refuse to believe. It's a perfect fishing rod. Does this guy not understand that? All right, we're just doing two down every time because this is ridiculous. Violating every trading rule I've ever had. He accepts 73. Showing you the most inefficient way to haggle, by the way. This is the tutorial on how not to haggle. 71. $69. $67. All right, I can't do this anymore. No, I have to do it. I'm sorry if you have to stop watching. I understand. This is boring. But I've committed to this. I go all the way down this way. 65 is a yes. Is 63 a yes? Is 61 a yes? Is 59 a yes? Is 57 a yes? Is 55 a yes? Is 53 a yes? I feel like the game's bugged or something. I don't know how low I can go and say, okay, this isn't bugged. Is 51 a yes? Is 49 a yes? Is 47 a yes? Wait a second, what if I did some service for this village a long time ago? That would explain this, but I don't remember them mentioning that. Let me see again. If he says anything about that. No, he doesn't say anything about you've got a credit with us, and they do say when you do. And now I don't even remember. I think I was at 45, but maybe that's wrong. 43? Will you take 43, old man? Will you take 41? This game has to be bugged. Okay, if it goes to 29, it's bugged, and I'm going to start jumping. There's just no way. I don't remember where I was, but I'm doing 33. Now I'm doing 29. I'm jumping. Something went wrong here. All right. Let me just offer things that just should not be sufficient. Let me offer nothing. Finally, he said no. which annoys me because I was hoping it was like so obvious that it was bugged. Let's go 19. This shows why you should never be sure that you know what something is worth, and just follow the method. Follow the half method, and 29. All right, 27. No, we're going to follow the half method. 24. Okay, 26. Now 27, because I don't think 27 will get it. $27 got it. Will 26 get it? Will 25 get it? Will 24 get it? Okay, 25 got it. Will 25 get it with no partials? Yes. I love to haggle, but I'm not haggling over this. 10, 35, and 9, 44 cuts, and they're giving me a perfect fishing rod and a fox fur, and I don't know what the hell's going on. So I'm going to call it a video after I say okay. And thank you for watching.